have with us for the ThePapare Show Dr. Maiya, the current chairman of the interim committee of Sri Lanka Rugby, former Royal Ruggerite, the only medical student to have donned the Sri Lanka jersey. He was also the former national coach, former Royal College coach, and a renowned personality in his area of rugby and as a surgeon in Sri Lanka. We have Vinod Malwatta here with us, and Sankha doing the ThePapare Show.
A lot of crises in Sri Lanka rugby over the last year or so. The first crisis, obviously, the captaincy crisis that came up. So how have you gone about matters and how have you taken that up?
Well, all matters have to be taken on the bump, you see, because you feel you get a lot of problems when you're playing rugby also. No? So the present crisis is a big misunderstanding, of course, because according to Sri Lankan sports law, the existing law, the team is nominated by the selectors and appointed by the minister. So the minister has the right to appoint a team, of course, which is nominated by the selectors, and the players have to play. The players can't take trade union action saying that they want a particular captain. So basically there is a misunderstanding, but of course thing is the union is out of it, because the union, according to the constitution, our obligations are to find the money, arrange the tournaments with the IRB, arrange for pool practices, and send any team that is ratified by the minister. So when this team did not go, we had an obligation by the IRB to send a team. So within 24 hours we nominated some selectors, the minister approved, and we sent aside. Otherwise we would have got relegated and we would have got disgraced. So side that practiced for 4 days together, went and did sort of quite well. They beat Thailand with a record score and lost fairly narrowly to Taiwan. So that goes to prove that we can send more than one team abroad. So that speaks volume for our rugby. You see, but the repercussions of not sending a team would have been disastrous. You see.
So is there the selection process, you think it should change or?
No, you see, the thing it is, you have to go by the existing law that is in Sri Lanka. The sports ministry, all sports associations are under the sports ministry and the sports law and the sports act. So all office bearers have to be ratified by the minister. And if there are problems with the associations, ABC, which is stipulated by the Sports Act, the minister can step in. So here all power is with the minister, you see. But there are two sides to it. Now any sports association, it's with the sports lovers. Now if there is a problem and if there is a complaint, the minister is a public representative appointed by the president, who has come through a democratic process. So any public complaint can be looked into by the minister. So it cuts both ways, you see, because there are checks and balances. So if there is a team that is selected or if an association is not doing well, the public can go and complain to the minister. Then the minister can ask the relevant association or the National Sports Council, if it is a matter of discipline, National Sports Development Council, if it is a problem with some development process, or the National Selection Committee, if it is a selection. So all those institutions are in place by the sports law of the country. So there are checks and balances. But of course the most important thing is the players must play. Their obligation is to play.
So the main problem has been over the appointancy of captain. Can't we formulate a proper criteria to have a captain appointed?
No, you see, unlike in cricket, rugger, the thing is, rugger from time immemorial, the team and the squad is selected 2-3 days prior to the tournament because people get injured. And captain is somebody who should be able to keep his place in the team. People get injured, so you can't appoint somebody in rugger as captain. And in rugger, I don't think the captain matters a lot. All 15 has to play together, and all game plans and everything are formulated from the bench. Advice has to come from the bench, the faults of the other team and where to go and where not to go. So in rugby, captain is also just another player. And normally the captaincy is given to the most senior player who can hold his place in the team. Unlike in cricket, there can be somebody scoring 100, everybody scoring knots, and you can still win the match. But in rugby, you can't do that. Captain is just another person, who plays according to the game plan and puts his 100% like the others.
And so moving on to a different topic, there haven't been a lot of people coming up from school level. The transition is not there.
Yeah, you see, if you take school struggle in Sri Lanka, I have told the IRB chaps also to come to Sri Lanka during the school season because it is huge. Nowhere in the world you get enthusiasm and games like the school rugby in Sri Lanka. It is actually huge and it is, I think, biggest in the world, more than in Japan. But the transition, of course, is jobs. People must do jobs now. And in my time, that is very long time ago. In the 70s, you see, our only aim was to get into the university of Sri Lanka. Nobody went abroad. Fellows who went abroad to study are those who couldn't get into the university here. So our parents' aim was to send us to the university. And then we stayed in Sri Lanka and everybody had jobs, there were opportunities. But now people, even the best of students, don't want to get into the university here because there are plenty of education opportunities. We are a third world country, but we have first world education opportunities. So the thing is, those schoolboys who are good in school probably don't want to waste any time. They want to get into a job and a career post, and you can't blame them. That is the biggest problem, you see. So because when you take the under 20, we are number 3 nation. We are behind Japan and Korea, you see, on number 3 or 4, and we will remain to be there, under 20. But after that, you see, we must have, job opportunities. Not only jobs, people have to study. You leave school at 18, 19, then you have to now study for a degree somewhere for 4 or 5 years. Otherwise, at the end of it, what do you get? You see? So these are the real problems. And of course, proper selection has to be done, talent identification, because some people mature early. You find in school, some people are playing very good rugby at 17, 18. But they are stuck there and they can't go on to play national because of their size. And you find those in school who are 18, 19, not so good, but when they are 20, 21, they come up because they are still maturing. They are the fellows you have to catch.